Welcome to another episode of the Let George Cook Show. I wasn't gonna film this. Hold on. There's like a beam of light right here. I can still kind of see it. How about this? Is that better? Okay. I wasn't gonna film this, but I've been saying that I need to do more long form content. So here we are. I'm filming dinner. Food eaten today, just kind of a background as far as the weight loss journey goes today. Today I ate a sandwich, breakfast sandwich, had 2 eggs, ham, bacon, eggs, onion from this little cafe. And then I had a coffee from there, but that's it. And then I'm doing dinner right now. So what's for dinner, you might ask? I'm pretty sure I'll put it in the title, but we were making chicken fajita bowls, kind of like chipotle. I'm gonna do some chicken, some fajitas. I made some rice yesterday that I'm gonna use because if you use your carbs after they've been refrigerated, they're better for you or something. I don't know. That's what I've been told, at least by TikTok. So, and then I'm gonna make some smashed beans, not refried. We're gonna refrain from using oil, so just mashed, which I kind of prefer that way. They taste better. But yeah, I'll put it all together right now. By the way, I'm gonna one-shot this. Like, I'm gonna do as minimal edits as possible. Here we go. Got 2 pounds of chicken breast here, just sliced in half, and then I poke holes in all of it. It's not seasoned yet. This one was in the fridge already. Honesty hour. This one was already in the fridge. This one I just bought. That's why they kind of look like different colors. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Okay, time to season them. What am I gonna season them with? Chipotle and adobo to get that Chipotle restaurant taste. Some salt. And where the hell's the... I got a seasoning and then I don't know where the seasoning went. Some pepper. And just over here. Some Famous Dave's chicken rub. I've never used this before, but hopefully it tastes good. It's called savory spice and garlic. Alright, I'm gonna spray the chicken down with some olive oil spray. Just a light spray. I'm gonna hit them with the salt now. I don't know how to hold the... You're just gonna watch me from here. So, it's salt grinder. You know what that looks like on the chicken. Black pepper. I like pepper, so I do a lot. If you're one of those people that counts seasonings towards your macros or your goal, don't use a lot of pepper. I don't know. And then we're gonna go with this chicken rub. It says it's 0 calories, so apply liberally. Apply liberally, I guess. Just a good amount, you know. You want it to taste good. Rub it in. Little rub. I'm trying to cook fast, kind of, because it's like 10:30 and I'm trying to eat because I'm hungry. Alright, I need to wash my hands. Okay, we're back. Spray the other side. Like Famous Dave's. And the pepper and the salt again. It looks something like this. Let's rub in this side real quick. We're gonna put it in this pan. Cook the chicken down, then we're gonna make the fajita veggies in the same pan so that it picks up the drippings from the chicken and makes the fajita veggies taste banging. I forgot to add the one thing that I was talking about to make it like Chipotle, so here, let me show you. Grab a spoon, take about almost a full spoon, like 3/4 of a spoon. And then pop, put it on there, and then just kind of do it all over, like dab it all over. Now, if you're not used to chipotles and adobo, they're pretty strong, so you don't need a whole bunch, and you definitely don't need to do both sides. So we're just gonna do that 1/3 of a spoon. I don't know, what is that calorie wise? It says 2 tablespoons is 15 calories, so 5 calories or something. Put the chipotles in adobo away. Those do need to be refrigerated after you open them, so put them in the fridge. Turn the burner up to medium. Look, shout out my girl. She went to this little farm stand and she got a grapefruit, a Meyer lemon, and a red onion. Gonna make some pickled onions with this. Might do a video on how to make pickled onions the easy way and a medium way. Easy way cheat code, you just use leftover pickle brine from your pickles. If you don't drink it, you can just throw some red onions in there and they'll pickle nicely. The medium way is you use lime juice, lemon juice. I don't really like using red wine vinegar or whatever. I prefer lime juice or lemon juice and salt and pepper, and then throw them in the fridge overnight. Probably is the best. They come out pretty good. If you leave them for like 2 hours, they're still a little crunchy too. That's for tacos. That's the best way. I'm gonna put you here on the what is this thing I have? I have a Costco shelf thing right here. I'm gonna put you right there. Do you guys see this light right here? That's what I'm talking about. I'm trying to avoid it. How are we feeling about this type of video? If it's not the move, let me know in the comments. I'm trying to make it like a Food Network show, you know? Not so AI. Anyways, let me happen. Let's do this. Almost just broke the coffee maker with the cutting board. Alright, this is going to heat up. We're not going to put any oil in there because remember we used some spray earlier for the marinade. We're not going to do the chipotle side first. We're going to do the not chipotle side first, so the other side, so that doesn't burn. So we'll use the bottom first. I said the instruction 3 times. 1 piece. Oh shit. 2 piece. Looking like it's gonna be it's definitely gonna be a two round situation. We're gonna let this cook. I want to put the lid on it real quick. Let it cook for about 4 minutes and then we'll flip it over. Alright, it's been about 4 minutes. We're gonna flip them out. They should not stick. That's kind of the point of the lid. It creates a little barrier so it doesn't stick. If you're using stainless steel, if you're using non-stick, you don't have to worry. Flipping it over. Alright, 4 more minutes. Now that they're flipped over, they're going to go for 4 more minutes. Do they need to go for 4 more minutes? Technically no, because they're thin sliced, but I take no risk with chicken. Let's just say it doesn't come out dry. I'll show you. Should be good about 4 minutes per side. I'm going to finish the second batch. Once we finish the second batch, we'll move on to the fajita vegetables. Once I put the second chicken in the pan, I'll rinse the cutting board and we can cut the vegetables. So we'll be back once we get to that stage.
800-588-2300 Empire today.
Alright, the second batch is in the pan now. We got the first batch in a little glass container. We're gonna let the chicken rest because it's gonna produce drippings, and those drippings are gonna go in the fajita vegetables to add even more flavor. This is how we stack flavor. I'll put you on the sauce. Stack the flavors. So I'll show you what I mean with the drippings when we're making the veggies. Right, the second batch of chicken is cooking, so we're gonna get the veg ready. We got 3 bell peppers, we got 1 onion, and we got 1 bulb of garlic. We're gonna chop it all up, throw it in the pan with the chicken drippings. Let's get to it. Right, everything's gonna be kind of just like long strands. So you just cut the peppers in half. The tops, I just take the little root thing off, and then the onion, I'm just gonna cut it in half. Everything into long little strands. Alright, all the chopped veg. As far as the bulb of garlic, you're just gonna smash it with your palm. You're obviously gonna drop a bunch, but it's gonna be okay because they're not peeled yet. You're gonna pick about the 5 best ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 best ones. And I don't feel like the rest of them are worth it, so I just throw the rest of them away. You can use it for veggie stock if you want. I'm just gonna throw them away. As far as peeling the garlic, you take your knife, give it a good smash with your hand. I find that's the easiest way to peel it. I'm sure there's other ways to peel it. That's the way that I find is easiest. Peel comes easier, as it's giving me the hardest time ever. So there's one. Speed it up. A lot longer than I wanted to. They are now peeled. Let me give them a rough chop. Take the root off too, by the way. Alright, give it a rough dice here. I guess you could chop it a little finer, maybe. Not so rough. Pause. Chop, rough chop, turn it into a fine dice. Okay, it all comes together, it all comes together. That's somewhat of a fine dice. Alright, we're gonna throw this in the drippings pan over here. Let me get the other round of chicken out, and then we'll get the beans going while that's going, and then we should almost be good to go at that point. Alright, just took the chicken out. It's in that same little pan. You see the drippings of the chicken? That's what's gonna go in the fajitas. Here are the kind of leftover like fond that's in the pot. That's what we're gonna use to put this stuff in. The camera over there is running out of storage, hilariously. So this is on my phone now, and you get to see the on the fly kind of bullshit that happens. So yeah, we're on the phone now. We move this stuff going in here. I hope you can see. If not, I'll show you right now. It's fine. Onions and the peppers are in there. Now the garlic. Breaking them apart a little bit so they're not so put together. Alright. Peppers, onions, and the garlic in there. Turn the burner back on. It's going to go to about low to medium. I'm going to add some salt to this. I'm going to add some salt to this so that the onions and the peppers sweat out their moisture. A little bit of pepper in here as well. Another thing you can do is you can match the seasoning that you use on the chicken on this to kind of meld the flavors together. I like to use a little cheat code here. I like to use some tomato bouillon to kind of give it that, like, I added a few tomatoes in there and it kind of boosts the flavor. Alright, we're going to mix this. And you're not going to do too much to it. After that's mixed in there like that, like a rough mix, we're going to put the lid on here. Oh, there we go. I'm going to let it be for like 10-15 minutes. I'm going to make the beans in the meantime. And then, yeah, we'll pretty much be ready to go here. Right, fajita veg is cooking. In the meantime, we're going to do some mashed beans. Like I said, not refried. We're not using any oil. I'm going to drain these out of the can. I'm going to rinse them because I don't like the can taste. I know some people can just throw it in there. I don't do that. Sorry. I'm going to rinse them, throw them in the pan, and then we're going to throw some water and a little bit of seasoning in them. I'm going to start mashing. I'll show you what I mean, but no oil, and they come out super banging. All right, so we're going to put the lid on those veg and let them go for a little bit more. We're going to turn this burner on here to about low medium. And no oil, like I said. No butter. Drained beans, drained and washed, just pinto beans, low sodium because I'm going to add sodium. You can do black beans if you prefer. Navy beans are pretty good. I just like pinto beans. Then we're going to add a little bit of water. Just like a quarter of a cup, I think is good. And then we're going to do salt, pepper. And now as the water starts to boil, you're just going to start mashing the beans a little. The beans will mash fast because the water's getting warm, so it makes them soft. And yeah, you just mash it until you have a good consistency. Just kind of use the back of the spoon and just start doing this. It's going to look weird at first, but just keep doing it. You're going to have a nice consistency. It's going to resemble refried beans, which is basically what refried beans is. You just add, you know, obviously you add your little oil, your lard, your butter, but we're doing a little healthy boil this time around. I'll show you once this is more done and put together.
Basic maneuvers to the advanced, even control more than one fushigi at a time. You can order Fushigi the Magic Gravity Ball for $19.99. And when you order, we'll send you a free DVD that will teach you to unlock the secrets of Fushigi. Just pay processing. Must be 18 years or older to order.
All right, now that I've mashed it for a little and it's reduced and the water's kind of melded together, this is what it looks like. Kind of like refried beans, right? And at this point, right, you can turn it off and it'll be like this. You can let it reduce more. I'm gonna turn it off just so it stays like this. It'll be nice, and once it cools off, it'll be a nice texture. So I'm gonna leave it like this. All right, real quick. All right, turn that off, let it settle. We're nearing the end here. The fajitas have gotten to a point where they've cooked down enough. Now look at all the juice from the chicken. We're just gonna pour it all in there without filling the chicken. There we go, good save. Okay, that's gonna be enough moisture to get the bits off the bottom of the pan because the peppers were starting to stick. So now it's no longer stuck at the bottom, so it's easy to clean the pan. And it's also gonna give us a bunch of flavor, like I said, because it's all the chicken flavoring now in the veg. So now, even if you don't have meat per se, now you have meat flavor in the veg. That's what your finished product on the fajita should look like. Here's all our ingredients. We got the fajita veggies, we got the chicken, the mashed beans, our rice that was in the fridge, some queso fresco, some crema. I did cheat a little, got some pico de gallo from the store and some guac from the... I'm not even that big of a guac fan, but just for the vibe, let's put this little bowl together. All right, so we got our little bowl. We're gonna go white rice on the bottom, scoop of that. We're gonna go chipotle order. Beans, scoop of mashed beans right there on the side, bang. What kind of meat are we doing? We're doing chicken. Scoop of the chicken, bang. Double chicken, more protein. Gonna add the fajita veg. Get a scoop of the fajita veg that goes right over everything, bang. Do we want to add guac? Yes, we do. It's extra, is that okay? Yes, it is. Scoop of guac. Gonna do pico. Scoop of pico. Gonna add extra pico just because it tastes good. I'm not doing shredded cheese here. I got some queso fresco. Sprinkle over everything. We're gonna go super light on the sour cream. Just a little tiny drizzle. I'm gonna go salsa brava. Spicy one. It's really not that spicy, but it's pretty good. Shout out La Victoria. And that's what our chicken fajita bowl is looking like. We got our rice, chicken, beans, toppings, everything. Last thing to do, just get a little taste test. It is a little bit of work, but look at the final product. How could you not be excited? Some chicken, let's get some rice, some pico. Big bite. I don't care what time it is right now. Go to the store, get this stuff, and make this right now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.